Statistics South Africa will be releasing a revamped producer price index. The producer price index, as its name indicates, tracks the prices of products produced in South Africa and is frequently referred to as prices at the factory gate or the farm gate or the mine gate. The PPI is primarily used as an escalator for contracts by businesses and doesn't get the same kind of profile as, for example, the consumer price index does, which is primarily used for monetary policy purposes. However, the PPI actually gives us a much richer sense of pricing pressures throughout the economy. We cover over 100 industries in the PPI, and we'll be publishing 5 distinct PPIs to cover the different stages of production. There'll be a PPI for agriculture, for mining, for electricity and water, and then 2 for manufacturing. The first one is the manufacture of intermediate goods, which are goods that are going into further processing. So we could see metal sheets as an example of that. And then the final PPI is that for final manufactured goods, which are going to be used for final consumption. And if we take our metal sheets, these have now been turned into geysers or motor vehicles or something similar to that. Traditionally, Stats SA published an aggregate PPI. This will no longer be the case because internationally, most countries do not produce an aggregate PPI, and it in fact has little economic meaning, because whereas with a CPI we can argue that households typically tend to buy similar sorts of goods, this same can certainly not be said of what firms produce. We also will be then having the manufacturing PPI as the headline PPI. This is because this is at the end of the production process and in some way incorporates the pricing pressures from the earlier stages of production. Each of the PPIs has a set of weights, and the weights are structured in 2 sets. The first one is per industry. The industry weights are constructed according to the value added by that particular industry to the overall economy. We take this from the set of national accounts, which is what we publish the GDP from. At the lower level, we have weights for each product. And these are then the most important products produced by that particular industry. And we obtain these weights based on the turnover of the products as captured in our large sample surveys, which are run by Stats SA, or from administrative data, which is gathered by either industry associations or perhaps by various government departments. The PPI currently only covers goods that are produced and not services, and this is clearly a gap in our coverage. And so over the next couple of years, Stats SA will be rolling out PPIs for services, starting with business services and construction services.